Welcome to the Developmental Writing course orientation video. So every time you log into eCampus and you enter our course, it's going to look like this. It may be a different color than this background, but it's going to look similar to this. And you're always going to go straight to the announcements page, and you're going to see this Welcome to Developmental Writing banner at the top, so you'll always know you're in the right class. So the first thing you want to do when you get on always is read the announcements. The announcement for the first day class is up, the welcome video is up, and you can see the announcements. And they'll all be listed as we go through the semester. There'll be more and more and more. So generally speaking, on a weekly basis, you're going to want to be looking at the announcements first and then going to your current week. That's going to show you what we're doing that week. You click on that, it's going to show the topic for the week, which for week 1 is the writing process. You're going to see the course objectives, or the unit objectives rather. You're going to see the reading information. Then there'll be 2 PowerPoint links. This first one is a link to listen to a PowerPoint with sound. You can open that up if you have a PowerPoint program, Microsoft Office, on your computer. If you don't have that, that's no big deal. You can still open it here with your Adobe Reader, no sound. So you can watch it either. It doesn't have to have sound, no big deal. And then at the bottom of that, you have your week 1 assignments and due dates, which will remind you what you need to do for this week. Sometimes there's also a folder down here which will have the assignment inside it, including a Dropbox where you may upload an essay or an activity or something like that. So down here is always going to be where your assignment's going to be, and 99% of the time this is also where you're going to turn in a lot of your work, like your essays and things like that, will be inside the weekly folder. So that's kind of the current week. Now I'm going to show you the start here now to kind of show you what you need to do this week to get started. So with start here, it's going to have the steps you want to follow. The first step is to watch the welcome video, which you saw on the announcements page. The second is to watch this orientation video, which I'm recording right now, and that's going to go right here, so it's not there yet. The third is to print out the syllabus and read the entire thing and familiarize yourself with course policy. So the syllabus is over here, and I got 2 versions of it for you. This is the PDF version, which means you open it in your Adobe Reader. If for some reason you can't do that, this is the rich text version. It should open up on anything, Microsoft Word or something as simple as WordPad. If you have an Adobe Reader, which you should for this course, it'll open it up like this within eCampus and you can see it. You need to read through the entire thing. You need to really familiarize yourself with expectations like this, technology requirements, email communication, that sort of thing. There's a lot of very important information in here, so you need to go ahead and look through it, all that. So go ahead and read through this. Now, once you've done that, you feel good about it, you can carry on with what you're supposed to be doing and start here, which is to review the class expectations PowerPoint video, which is right here. Again, this has sound, but you don't have to have sound to listen to it. You can read what it says. Then you're going to check out the course calendar and due dates, which are here. And you'll see I have the entire semester all loaded up for you, so you know what you're doing. You can read through these instructions here, and then you'll see, generally speaking, it's going to be Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. that work is due. However, the weeks that we're working on essays, you will have a rough draft due Wednesday night by 11:59 p.m. After I've returned that to you, you'll work on it by revising it, editing it, and then turn in a final draft by Sunday. So generally speaking, most of our work is due on Sunday, but rough drafts will always be due on Wednesdays, the weeks that we're working on essays. Now, then on the start here, after you look at the course calendar and due dates, you'll see that it's time to go to your current week, which we've already discussed. Well, let's look at the other buttons on the sidebar so you're kind of familiar. Now, the syllabus quiz is not available right now, and it won't be available most of the semester, but it will be available just this first week for you to take that quiz. Otherwise, that button won't normally be there. Now down here we have the discussion board. The discussion board is something you're going to do weekly, and you'll always get to it by hitting this link. You can see right now we have the virtual classroom up, which is open for you guys to talk to each other, and also it's where we're going to introduce ourselves. And then we have the discussion board number 1, which is the first discussion board we're going to do this semester. So when you want to go into the discussion board, you click on it like so. And then when you're ready to respond and talk, you click on Create a Thread. And if you're not sure what you're supposed to be doing, you forgot, here it is right here. And you title it something appropriate. Don't just call it like Discussion Board 1. For this one, you know, we're introducing ourselves, so we might title it our name. That's probably good. And then you type your response down here. And then once you're ready and you've proofread, made sure it looks good, you submit it. There is a spell check here if you want to use that. Run a little slow. Go ahead. Alright, now once you've submitted your thread, you want to see what your classmate says. You click on that, or this one, whichever, and you read what they wrote. If you want to respond to that, you click on Reply. And then you don't need to change the subject. You just go ahead and type your response within there and hit Submit like so. So that's how you do the discussion board. Now, beneath the discussion board are the previous weeks. So you click on that, it's going to open all the different weeks. Right now you can only see week 1 because that's all we've gotten started on. Eventually, when we get farther in the semester, you're going to see a lot of weeks. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and so on. And that means that you'll always have access to the instructional materials that go with each week. The only thing that's not going to be available to you are the drop boxes for when you turn in work by a specific due date. Once the due date passes, the Dropbox will close. So you can still see the PowerPoints, the objectives, all that, but you won't be able to access the Dropboxes where you turn in work. But otherwise, that's what will be under previous week. Now here we have the ThinkRight website next, which is how you're going to get on to the website that comes with your textbook. Now, this is going to be all the information you need to get started. We'll get this updated for you as soon as we're ready. We're not going to do this till week 2, and you won't be able to see this button right this second, but I will release it and open it to you next week when we're really ready to get on the site. But if you want to see what the site looks like, click on this, and this is the login page where you get in to get into the course. And beneath that are some eCampus links. We have the eCampus message system. This is the place where I'm going to message you if I need to speak to you about grades. The reason I'm going to use eCampus message and not email is because grades are private, and this is on a private server on eCampus, which is owned by the DCCD, so it is a private server. So anytime I want to talk to you about grades, I'm going to email you here. Anytime you want to talk to me about grades, it's probably a good idea to message me here as well, and not send me an email about grades or why you got a certain grade on this, or you swear you turned it in, or whatever. On my email. Send me an eCampus message instead. Now here on this link is where you're going to see your grades. I don't see anything because I don't have any grades, but you will have this big long list of grades that will go scroll down. You'll be able to see your grade. You'll always see what your course average is here as well. Now beneath that are the important links, some more important links for eCampus. The first is faculty info. If you're ever not sure you want to get into contact with me, you got my email address, got my phone number to my office. This is my office number if you ever want to come see me on the Eastfield main campus. These are my office hours. You can also make an appointment with me, and I'm gonna choose some times online where I'm gonna try to be online so you can get into contact with me. And here's what I look like in case you're ever curious what I look like. Alright, beneath that, you're going to have the support services, like the college readiness, disability services, Eastfield Library. You want to get onto eConnect, these are all here for you. And then if you're ever having trouble with eCampus, you're not sure what you're doing, you need help, that's what this is here. So that's your tech support. So that's pretty much every button that we're going to use. Now some buttons will appear or be removed on the sidebar, but pretty much it's going to look pretty similar to this the rest of the semester. So please let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to getting started with you.